Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm gonna continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're gonna give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good afternoon, everybody. On a Saturday, March 11th, 2023. AW here in order. What's up? What's up? Hope you're all doing good, man. Having a good afternoon, night, morning, wherever you are. I don't care. It's not even this evening, man. Okay. So, welcome to the show. 0 people watching. Were they? Really? Really? Come on. Are you kidding me? Well, yeah, so welcome to the show. Where's Vortex? I'm surprised Vortex is not here. Really? What's with nobody being here? Oh, there we go, people. Oh, stop showering. There's Vortex. Alright, what's up, guys? So, yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. I'm starting to fix this chair. I mean, I'm trying to get comfortable with this chair. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm here, buddy. Yo. Okay. Hi. Hi, I'm sorry. I was trying to get comfortable with my seat. Okay. Let's see what we got here, guys. Big topic. I know what it is, Vortex. I know. I know. Yes, I do have a Switch. I do. Okay. Topics at hand are we're gonna talk season 3, episode 18, chapter 18 of the Mandalorian. Spoilers. The Minds of Mandalore. We're gonna talk about that. Shazam looks like it's getting positive reviews. Pretty much James Gunn is pretty much directing Superman Legacy. Starfield is getting pushed back. The Creed verse, the Walkie verse, whatever you want to call it, is expanding. Batman Cape Crusader has found a new home. The Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League video game has been delayed till later, possibly postponed to next year. Super Mario Brothers trailer thoughts, the final trailer thoughts that comes out next year. Jenna Ortega has been cast in the sequel to Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice 2 as Lydia's daughter. And we have a new actress playing Vanessa Fisk in Devil Born Again, replacing the previous actor who was Vanessa Fisk. Sandrine Holt is going to be playing Vanessa Fisk in Devil Born Again. So it's a recasting of a character. Okay. Yes, they do, Vortex. They do. But I bought a controller, an actual Wii U controller to play my game, so I use that instead of the joysticks. So I really don't I really don't use the. I don't know. Ask them. But yeah, so I use a controller. I don't use the actual Joy Cons with the Switch. I just use a controller. It's over there, the Wii U controller. I'll get it very. I'll get it very quick. It'll take me a second to get it. I'll show you what I mean. This Vortex, I use this. I use this. Yeah, Pro Controller. I use that. And now, you know what? Let me get my headset on, my trusty headset, because I'll be inviting people on. We're going to go for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. No. Don't believe so. That's all right. That's all right. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to do some invitations. There we go. What kind of games are you into? What kind of games are you into, Vortex? Print and move. If he can. I don't know. I definitely do think there's a possibility of the first thing here happening. I think that's a strong possibility. They did hint of where he's from and stuff, so I think it's a strong possibility. I play the Lego games too. The last Lego game was the Skywalker Saga. So yeah, I played both of them, the first one and the second one. Yep. I played a lot of the Lego games. And there's only 2 people watching. Come on, guys. There we go. Actually, I haven't played this one. I played the Lego Batman ones, but I have not played this one. Sadly, I have not played this one. Maybe I should play it. The DC Supervillains. I have played all the Lego Batman ones, all 3 of them, but not this one. So okay. Guys, I know they should. I don't know what's taking them so long to do another Marvel one. I don't know what's taking them so long to even. I mean, sure. I heard there's just rumors out there that the next one might be Lego Marvel based on the Infinity Saga. I'm not. Don't quote me on this. I don't know where I heard it from. I just heard from hearsay that the next Lego game might be based on the Infinity Saga. I don't know. I take that with a huge grain of salt, guys. Don't take it seriously. Okay? Okay? Where's George? Where's my friend George? RJ's there? Yeah, that's so true. That's true. So nobody's popping up. Okay. So this might be a solo stream. Where's my buddy Degrassi? Batman 4 got canceled. Yeah. Yep, this is all true. All true. No, Blind Braille may not come in. He privately DM'd me. He may not be able to be available today. Personal stuff. But I sent. Oh man. So okay, let's get the minds of Mandalore, guys. Let's get to the spoiler discussion of it, okay? So if you're watching this, I assumed you've all seen the episode. If you haven't, I suggest you see it. If you don't care about spoilers, fine, stay. But I would think you all seen it. So we got the second episode, which is chapter 18 of season 3. Members, they go by chapters, not episodes. Chapters. Okay. Okay. We see that Mando has gone back to Tatooine. Well, we're gonna talk about the stuff we see in the episode, though. Like, we're gonna go like in detail about the episode. That's what I'm spoiling, basically. So Mando goes back to Tatooine. Okay, Tatooine. He needs a specific part for a droid that he needs to go to the Mandalore because Mandalore has not been, a lot of people. It's been basically vacated. Nobody lives there anymore, and he has to know if the air is breathable, right? If the toxic level of the air of whatever in Mandalore, the planet, is breathable. So it needs a droid, a tracking kind of droid, that needs a part. Unfortunately, that part is so ancient, it is so rare, not like basically non-existent. He 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 takes another droid with him instead. That other droid, Tatooine, what's her name? You see her in this episode. What's her name? Let me help me out, Vortex, the name of the woman. Yeah, I can. Old lady. What's her name? Let's see her name. Pelly Model? Is that her name? Pelly Model? She's basically like a mechanic, right? Yeah, Pelly Model, yeah. She's basically a mechanic, right? It works on, the spacecrafts, droids, stuff like that. Yeah, Skywalker Saga, yeah. That's her name. Yes. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the specific part for the droid that he wanted to use for testing out the oxygen if it's breathable. But she gives him her other droid, the one that. No, I did not, Vortex. No, I haven't played in a long time. Tim Meadows is in it. R5. Sounds like me R5. R5 droid. So he takes that droid that she sells him, and they take the Naboo ship, and they fly to the system where Mandalore is and where the moons are. Now, Mando says he did not grow up on the planet. Yes, I did, Vortex. You want it? I'll give it to you, Betty. I did at the beginning.
Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
There you go, buddy. I did just for you. Just for you. I did at the beginning, but I decided to do it for you, man. So she goes to the system where Mandalore is, and with welcome. And the planet has moons. So Mando or Jajarin, right? His name is not Mando, but I used to call him Mando, but his name is Jajarin, right? I never break that tradition. No, never. So he says to Grogu, who he's teaching the galaxy, basically how not to get lost in the galaxy, right? Because Grogu chose basically to be a Mandalorian instead of a Jedi. If you got that from Book of Fett, instead of continuing the path of becoming a Jedi, he decided to take the path of becoming a Mandalorian. So Mando's teaching him how to navigate the galaxy, and so Grogu, when he eventually gets older, doesn't get lost. So they arrive on Mandalore, the planet, and he lets the R unit out so it could test the system if it's breathable. Well, it turns out while his scanners are on scanning the R5 droid, something went wrong. But it turns out the air was breathable. Okay? Now, so him and Grogu decided they're going to the mines. And these mines are ancient mines, they look like tombs. Those like a city, looks like a city, an abandoned city from not thousand, but years and years. And unfortunately, as they were going down, they were ambushed. They kind of look like monkeys. They were ambushed by these alien species. What did I forget what Bo-Katan called them? CGH streaming? Really? That's fine. No, you better not watch both streams. So as he was able to take out those aliens easily. Not easily, because it was dark. It was in a cave basically. I know he had trouble taking out those creatures. Okay, he had trouble because it was in the dark. It was in the cave. Hard to see at times. And I thought the lighting was still pretty good for the viewer. I was able to see just fine. So he was able to take out those guys, killed them, threw them off a cliff. Two of them, I think. If I'm correct, he used a dark save on a couple of them. It's okay, man. And so as they were going down, getting closer where they need to go to the waters. Unfortunately, there's another thing in the cave. A robot-like creature which snuck attack and captured Mando, but Grogu was able to escape and quickly flew in his little ball to the entrance where one of those creatures came back, to make sure he doesn't really escape. But what you see is from the outside, you see that creature gets thrown back, and that's when Grogu used the Force to do a Force push on that creature. I had to find did you? And so what he did was he ran into the ship and went all the way back to where Bo-Katan is. Smart creature, smart. Grogu's very smart. Went all the way back where Bo-Katan is. And Bo-Katan's like, if she was mad that Mando came back. Once you visit that ship, you see the ship open and her face is like, "Where's Mando? Where's Mando?" Shark Boy. And so, obviously, she goes to save Mando. She goes where Mandalore is to save Mando. She goes into that cave with Grogu, and she tells a history about everything that happened there and there, and how it came to be. As he drowned, right? And she got attacked by those creatures, guys, and easily took him out. And she found a specific area of the cave where it looks like Mando was being cooked. He was being cooked for food, I guess. And that creature came, and they fought. She used a dark saber. She managed to defeat it once, but the thing is that creature's head, whatever the droid came out of the artificial body it's in and went to a bigger thing, bigger like artificial machine, and she cut that and she destroyed that, and she saved Mando. And Mando was really, really hurt, really, really hurt when they cook on soul, kind of like that, similar like that, yeah, yeah, kind of, yeah. And so he tells her, "No, I have to continue this mission. I have to continue for my creed." And she's like, "Okay." She's like, she doesn't care about it. She really doesn't care about that, but she respects Mando. And they go through the water, and Mando was struggling because he was badly hurt. He was badly hurt. He was struggling through the water, and you see this huge creature, huge gigantic creature, before Bo-Katan manages to help Mando get back to the surface. And that huge creature is a callback, right? Because that huge creature's been seen before. This is the first time live action. And that creature is the Mythosaurus? Vortex? Mythosaurus? Something like that? Mythosaurus? Yeah, Mandalorian logo monster, yes. I think it's a protector or whatever. Mythosaur, thank you. Mythosaur. Mythosaurus, same thing, same thing. And so that's where the episode ends. With her helping Mando out. God, only 5 views? Are you fucking kidding me? And that's where the episode ends. Much better episode than the first episode. You know what? Yeah. No, it wasn't. Come on. Even Blind Will liked this episode better than the first episode. He hated the first episode. He hated the first episode. Oh. I'll stop. Hey, that's your facts. Alternative facts. I'm looking at something here. Oh, funny. Funny. That's funny. That's funny, man. That's funny. I like that episode, but unfortunately, Mr. Vortex doesn't, and I don't know where anybody else are. Hey, Degrassi, I know you're here, buddy. I know. Nobody's coming in, man. Okay. No, wrong thing. There we go. Kanye West? Okay. Let me tweet at Kanye West. Onyx? Why is Onyx trending? Isn't that a Pokemon? Oh. Man, I gotta take a pee, man. Be right back. I'm back. Brie Larson is trending. Critical Drinker 2. All right. Oh, what's this? What's this news I just saw? Oh my gosh! Shut the. Nothing to do with entertainment, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's nothing to do with entertainment. Okay. So let's start with stuff. We go episode 3 next Wednesday. Episode 3. Oh, I will. I am going to do the topics. Don't worry. I'm moving on to them. I do video game streams. I'm gonna do them soon again. When specific games come out, I'll be streaming video games and I'll be talking video games. Yes. Don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that. That'll be happening. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from Star Wars. I mean, I ran half an hour on Star Wars. I'm not. I gotta talk about my stuff, the other stuff. I still got stuff to say from me, from my heart, from here. Okay, so let's look at the other topics. Okay, I think we all knew this. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty clear, pretty evident. We all knew this. I think we pretty much all knew this. But it has pretty much been confirmed by Tom King himself that James Gunn is pretty much going to be directing Superman's Legacy, the upcoming Superman movie for 2025. Which I'm hopeful for, excited for, because James Gunn is winning things. Still, there always could be disappointment, obviously, We get excited for stuff only to be disappointed, but we'll be disappointed if the movie stinks. But I think we all pretty much knew this. He's been writing Superman's Legacy for some time, and it just made perfect sense for him to be directing the movie, Superman's Legacy, because he wants to help kick off this new universe, right? He wants Superman's Legacy to be the movie that really truly kicks off the whole DCU universe. So him directing and writing makes perfect, absolute sense. The thing is, they don't want to do origin stuff. They don't need to do origins of Batman or Superman anymore, because we see that so many times, right? We don't need to see that anymore. So yeah, they're kind of doing that. Yes, they're kind of doing that. It's more of an established universe. I see your point. Okay? But I like this idea. And I know there's some people, I know there's a certain fandom that's upset. There's a certain fandom, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, James Gunn's going to ruin Superman. No, James Gunn's going to fix Superman. I'm telling you right now, James Gunn is going to rebuild Superman. He's going to make Superman great again. Okay? MSGA. 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 Make Superman great again. Let's get a shirt. Let's get a shirt made from that. Let's get a cap, a hat. Let's do it, guys. Let's brand it, man. Let's make it. Let's get people buying that. MSGA. Make Superman great again. Make Superman great again. Here. Guys, you know people that can help me with that? Let's make it. Let's get that. Tell James Gunn. Tell people connected to James Gunn. MSGA. Make Superman great again. Let's use it. Okay? Because as much as I like Henry Cavill's Superman, the overall no, not reception. I say the majority of people did not like, or Super again. That's great. That's actually pretty bad. That's actually better. A lot of people did not like the direction of Zack Snyder's movies and how it did not like their interpretation of Superman. Yes. See, that's the thing about Superman and Clark Kent. He does have charisma and charm. He does have a sense of humor. Henry Cavill, Superman, or Clark did not have a sense of humor. Clark and Superman do have a pretty much a charm. There's a certain charm. There's a certain charm to them, a certain charismatic to them, and and they do have kind of a sense of humor. Superman always tries to be fun. I mean, Superman can be very serious, but he tries to be fun too. I know there's this problem. Oh, Superman's boring. No. Superman, you can make a very non-boring character. Okay. Superman can be a very non-boring character. And I'll say this. Henry Cavill admittedly said he did not like how his Superman was portrayed. He wanted the classic Superman. The Superman that people liked. Superman is Clark's mask. Yep. Yeah. Bruce is Batman's mask. Yeah, we all say that. Batman is the real Bruce Wayne, right? And Bruce is him going out as the Playboy billionaire Bruce Wayne. That's the mask. We all say that, right? Batman is the real Bruce Wayne. Superman is very similar to Clark. You could realistically, if you think realistically, Bruce hiding himself, keeping a secret identity as Batman is more realistic than Superman keeping a secret identity as Clark. Because think about it, their personalities are not that much different, and he really just wears glasses. I mean, it's more realistic for Batman to have a secret identity intact, than Superman. Really, if you think about it. This is true. This is. Actually, that's a great point. Like that's factual, man. Well, yeah. The thing is, I'll say this to Spider-Man. While he has Spider-Man, he doesn't feel awkward, right? He has all these jokes. He doesn't feel awkward. But as Peter, he tends to feel awkward at times, right? You see them right? Dude, I'll say this. You know when William Shatner voiced Two-Face in the Batman 66 movie, that came out a couple years ago, 5 years ago. He played an excellent Two-Face / Harvey Dent. That's what I want to see in the DCU or the Batman. I love Aaron Eckhardt's Two-Face, okay? From Dark Knight. That's just a great movie. But I want to see the classic Two-Face where you have his two personalities clashing with each other, okay? Like Dent, Dent is clashing with Two-Face, and Two-Face is clashing with Dent. Kind of like Smeagol is clashing with Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Do something like that, and that's where Batman could be like, Dent, I know you're still in there. Fight him, stuff like that. I know you're still there. I still believe in you. Like stuff like that, okay? Penguin show is happening. It's filming right now. It just started filming. It's there. There's already been pictures. Sophia Falcone and Penguin. So they're filming right now. What do you guys think of my idea? What do you think of my idea for Harvey Dent? Yeah, all the signs point to Harvey Dent possibly appearing now because y'all got the gangs, the families. Sophia Falcone, Maroney's been free, and I'll tell you one thing: I'll tell you. It does. I'll say it's aggressive. I bashed the idea of playing Golem, but from the gameplay and from the graphics, it looks pretty good. Hey, Arco. But I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just saying how Vortex. You've seen how Two-Face is in the comics and is in the Arkham games. You see him battling with the two psyches, right? The two sides of Harvey and Two-Face. I like that. You see, especially the Arkham games, they're battling each other. I want to see that. I have no. I'll say this. I know some people have problem with exploiting mental illness, on films and stuff. But I'm sorry, but the Batman lore, a lot of it is mental illness. Okay, okay. Of any comic book character or anything, Batman goes in detail of more of different kind of mental illnesses out there, different disorders basically for each character, and most of them represent an aspect of Batman. You see, the Joker is the opposite of Batman, chaos and order. They both probably had bad lives. You know, Batman's parents died and it turned him into this, right? Joker probably saw something bad and he went the opposite direction. Instead of fighting and trying to get better and trying to make things better, he's like, I gave up, and I mean the only thing that matters is chaos. But Bruce is the other. Two-Face represents the Batman and the Bruce Wayne aspect. Riddler challenges the intelligence of Batman. Scarecrow challenges the fear of Batman, overcoming fear. Okay, stuff like that. Like, that's what I like about Batman. Each character is an element. Each villain mostly is an element of Batman. Selina Kyle is Catwoman. Catwoman represents the gray area of the Batman side of things because she's a thief, a robber. And you know, Batman is very straightforward. He's very, he doesn't care if you steal this. He doesn't care at one point, right? At one point, like, he doesn't care at one point. But now, Catwoman is one of those. You see the Batman perfectly in the Batman. You understand Catwoman. She's the gray area of between good and evil, between crime. What kind of crime is bad, really, really bad, and what she's the gray area. She's the gray area of all that. She represents the gray area. That even though she's criminal, she's not all bad. She's not all bad. She has good intentions. Okay, and Batman at one point in his early career, he was very black and white. Batman was a very black and white character, but as he grew into Batman, he was a very black and white character. But as that movie continued, Batman grew. Do you understand that there's more people like him, and it's a gray area? You know. What do you guys think? You think you agree with me there, guys? Now I'm getting people. Yeah, he does die. And thank you. Now I'm getting some people to watch. Thank you, guys. Like, share, subscribe, guys. You know what to do. And that's what Matt Reeves is trying to install in his Batman universe. Yes, Arkham is 100% right. Yes. And even Batman has a mental illness. Come on. Like, and I'll say this, most heroes are insane. Right? Most heroes are insane. I don't know what Bane represents personally. I don't know. I haven't really thought. Yeah, that's called voids, man. Or growth hormones. I don't know what Bane represents, but which ones? Which ones? I pre-ordered a couple of Dark Knight ones. Let me see. Let me see what I got from what I pre-ordered from Dark Knight. Let me see. Yeah, I pre-ordered Dark Knight ones. The Bat and the Joker from Dark Knight, Heath Ledger's Joker. Obsession? Okay. See? And I think Batman is the one character where the one lore within the DC or even Marvel or even all comics where all aspects of morals, ethics, questions about life, how life is, it's number one out there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I think it's the best lore. Batman has the best lore of any comic book character. I'm sorry. That relates to real life. If you know what I mean. Like how real life things are. Oh, Hush, Batman. Nice. You saw my Funko, right? Funko, Hush. Batman Hush. Yeah, but Spider-Man has good lore, and he does kind of relate to real life too. Oh, I gotta see your Twitter, man. I'm gonna check. Oh yeah, there we go. I see it. Yeah, nice, nice. I see it. Yeah, nice, man. Those are beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man is a very good one. X-Men. X-Men. I'll say too, because of what the mutants represent. What mutants are supposed to represent. We all know what mutants are supposed to represent in real life. We all know what they're supposed to represent, right? I know it's woke, right? But too bad. It was woke. It was woke from the '60s. We know. We all know what mutants represent, right, guys? We all know. I I guarantee you, if you use that stuff about mutants now, and if they use that stuff at MCU, that the mutant rights or anti-mutant rights or everything, I bet you the certain fandom, the certain fandom is gonna say, "Oh, this is Disney being politically playing part of Danny politics." That's what we're gonna use. Yeah, yeah, like a kind of British outcast, minority stuff like that. You know, like that kind of stuff like that. Woke man. Woke man. That's actually pretty funny. That's the thing about comic books, guys. They're relatable to us mostly of the time. They're mostly relatable to us. There's always something relatable to us in comics, into real life. And okay, same with books and plays. It does, Arkham, 100%. Okay, so yeah, I don't know where I went off. Okay, now, okay, guys, Shazam so far has positive reviews. Fury of the Gods, and I have not bought I have not pre-ordered a ticket. I'll just go to the theater and get a ticket there. That's what I'm gonna do this week or next week, whatever, when the week ever starts. Okay, Thursday or Friday, whatever. I'll see the movie in theaters. So far, it looks. They say it's better than the first one. Okay, okay. Maybe it is. I don't know. I have to see it for myself. Okay. Now, I just have to warn you guys. I have not seen the spoilers. Okay. I try to, purposely ignore them or stray away from that. Be careful on Twitter and YouTube because people are doing it on YouTube already. With the stuff with with leaks about who's in it. I'm not gonna say who. 'Cause I know I kind of know, but I haven't seen it. Like I know, but I haven't seen it. The leaks, but I'm not gonna tell you who. I think you all know who, but okay. But if you want to try to ignore it, okay. I haven't seen Creed 3 either. I try to ignore it, but I think it's disrespectful of people putting it on Twitter and make it a newsworthy item on YouTube too. Stop it, stop it. But I'm not excited. I'm still gonna see it. I'm not excited. Sorry, I had to reply to a message. But stop it, guys. Stop it. Stop it. No. There's more vortex. There's more vortex. There's a big leak. There's a big cameo in the movie. A big cameo in the movie Vortex. They have not in the trailer. But how are they? How are they doing? How are they? Degrassi, Hawkman. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to stray away from that to Thursday or Friday. Okay. Yes, Vortex. It is. I mean, if I'm coming, George, buddy, you're free to come in. I'm going on for like another hour and a half, maybe at best. It is a girl. Stop it, Vortex. You're gonna want me to spoil it. Oh, I'm gonna be on for a while, man. Okay, so I'm so going. I'll be here in an hour, man. I'll be here in an hour. I'm ending at 7 Eastern. Vortex, you son of a bitch. you you want me to say the name, don't you? Yeah, it's John Wick. Yeah, that comes out soon. Okay. It's not a girl, it's a woman. I'll just say that. She goes like it's a woman. And she flies. And she has super strength and has a tiara. Okay. Oh my god, I'm tired. I'm a little tired. Okay. Let's move on. Hi, Arkham.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
How'd you like the Mandalorian, the episode?
I liked it. I enjoyed it better than the first episode. I liked the story. I like the story going into the episode. I like how Mando's teaching Grogu all this stuff, how to be a Mandalorian. I liked Bo-Katan's the action scenes with Bo-Katan in it. It was a better episode than the first one.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of
guess.
weird. Like usually, the first episode's very good when it starts out a season.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, I find that very odd. It's not very good. Oh, did you hear about the Wonder Woman? Not the other thing. The animated series.
Oh, you just gave it away, the spoiler. But just yes, I did hear about it. Yes, I don't care for it. I don't care about animated series. Wonder Woman.
I think it's cool. Like, I don't think Wonder Woman actually had ever had an animated series.
No,
Like
she
it was
didn't.
always it was always Batman, Superman, and we only got and like we had Static Shock, Justice League, Batman Beyond. But I don't think we ever had a Wonder Woman animated series. So I think that's very good for people that like that character.
Yeah. No.
And James Gunn confirmed there is no what was it? They're not doing castings for Superman yet. Doesn't the movie come out 2025 for Superman?
Yes.
Wouldn't they do like casting calls, I guess, next year?
No. They not all the time. They could do it 2 years. They could do it now, or they still got a lot of time. They can still do it now. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
They have to start. They probably have to start filming next year. But yeah, it's some movies do casting calls 2 or 3 years in advance for
Okay.
an upcoming film. So no, it's not. You don't have to wait till a year. You could do it a couple years before.
I like Wonder Woman from SSKL. She looks pretty good. Ortega was talking about that. That's why.
Shut up. Yes. Oh, you mean Superman? Superman, right? DeGrasse, is that what you mean?
Yes, Man Tomorrow. I'm very excited for that.
Oh, you mean Legacy? Superman's Legacy.
Yeah.
You said Man of Tomorrow. Where was I? I don't know. My big news. James Gunn, Shazam for his. Okay, we'll stick with DC. Okay, DC. I think Suicide Squad is being pushed back. Pushed back.
But wait,
Okay.
which because you have two different sources. I heard one says fall 2023 and the other says 2024. I
Well,
don't know which one. That's why
they said push back to later this year. They didn't say next year.
Oh, I think Jeff Grubb said 2024. I don't know if he's reliable or not.
Well, it doesn't seem like it needs to be pushed back that far. It looks like it just needs some graphic, polishing. That's it. Like,
Yeah. Like if it gets pushed back next year, that would mean they would probably take out live to service stuff. Like I think the only thing it needs is like no matter how people feel about the live to service stuff, I think it's just polish the gameplay more and like graphic wise and stuff like that. I think that's what they have to do. Like I don't think if they were ever going to remove the live to service stuff, that would take 2 or 3 years to remove everything.
mm-hmm.
It wouldn't take a year. So like I know people are not gonna like that, but I don't think they'll get removed.
They're not doing it in a year. That game has been developed for like 3-4 years already. It just needs some polishing. It's pretty much done.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
And the thing with people have this crazy idea. They're delaying it because they don't want to compete with Zelda. Newsflash! Newsflash, guys. They had a date in May, knowing it would not do as well as Zelda. Okay, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They knew they wouldn't be able to compete with Zelda, even if they kept the release date. They knew they wouldn't keep with Zelda.
I don't think it matters really to them.
No.
It just like they just need more time. Like, and I don't really think this game's gonna be that bad. I think it's gonna be good. Like, um, it's just it's not what everyone wanted. That's all I would say. Like I will admit, I don't think everyone wanted a live to service game. That's the one criticism everyone.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, too bad. But I really like the gameplay. It reminds me of what was it? Sunset Overdrive. Have you ever
Yeah.
played that game?
Yeah.
It gives me that vibe. I think Insomniac made that game. How the gameplay and how each character plays.
Mhm.
So it looks pretty cool. And I like when I watched the preview. I like the skins also. Like you see Harley Quinn wearing a Wonder Woman outfit. Like I think I think this game's gonna be pretty good. Like if it comes out like the fall, like I'm not really worried. People are worried that it's gonna go against Spider-Man. It's like
No, don't. Like, yeah, people are going over that narrative. Newsflash, guys. Newsflash. A lot of games are going to go up against Spider-Man. Knowing a lot of companies are going to release games in that time frame, knowing it's going to go up against Spider-Man. They don't expect to them. Success is not them outselling Spider-Man. To them, success is just selling a lot of copies and getting good reception. It's not about making more money in Spider-Man because they probably know most companies know they're not going to make much money as Spider-Man. It's not a goal. And guys, newsflash: during the fall winter season for video games, is they all compete with each other. Like it's not like movies, man. They don't move back to compete. Video games,
yeah.
they don't.
And
movies are not compete. Movies are not moving back to compete right now. Anyway,
yeah, it's like after they're done with this game,
yeah,
like Arkham, the only thing in the Battle Pass are cosmetics. Yeah, I know, like cosmetics. Like it's gonna be similar. It's gonna be kind of similar to like the Arkham games. You have or Arkham Knight specifically. You have microtransactions. You buy those skins. You buy whatever.
yes.
But you buy. I don't know if they're gonna have kind of like maps or anything like that, but that's kind of the gist. It's like it's nothing really new. They've done it before. I don't know why people are freaking out. Like I just don't understand it, to be honest.
Neither do I. Yeah, Spider-Man. Of course it will. It definitely will.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, yeah, Spider-Man's gonna sell more than this. Yes, and yeah,
Yeah, like yes, it's gonna outsell, but I don't think that would technically make Suicide Squad a failure either.
this is true too. But you know what? Newsflash. Video games now always do this, guys, with stuff like a battle pass. They always have
and
content.
Was it I think Diablo does this like a lot of games do the internet connection thing
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Like I understand people do not like it because Rocksteady is known for single player games, but Rocksteady works for WB Interactive. They're just doing what they're told. So it's like
And Suicide Squad. I mean, Suicide Squad is a team up game.
yeah. The most important to me is replayability. Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah, but yes, that's true. That's true, Vortex. That's true. Look, I'll still probably get the game. I still think it looks good from what I saw.
Yeah.
So it looks good.
I hope like I'm very excited about the boss battles. I want to see like how they're gonna do the Batman boss battle because I know how OP and how he is. I feel like out of all of them, Batman would be the most hardest one.
You think so? Over Superman?
Like I could see both of them evenly matched because like how Rocksteady made kind of like Batman as like this OP as hell, like with I feel like each equally all of them will be hard, but I feel like Batman would be the hardest because how he fights and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking, Vortex.
Did you notice in the gameplay, when they were
Yes.
describing, they had the Nightwing extremistics.
Mhm.
Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah. I hope he's not dead. Please not be dead. That's how the game ends.
Yeah, Super Scooper. Yeah, he did leak it. I remember. I did remember that. Okay, okay. Let's see what else there is.
He's gonna Homelander them at the end of the story. Like
Vortex, I think you're a scooper. You just pretend not to be.
yeah, Homelander them. Super Scooper is the worst.
Super Scooper knows all.
Yeah. This is gonna be. I'm excited for both, but like, I hope they do. Like, even if it's delayed, I hope soon around August they do the pre-orders.
Oh yeah, maybe it'll be August release dates. Both movies came out August.
Yeah. I'm interested in what the collector's edition's gonna be. Like, I love getting I remember getting the collector's edition for Arkham Knight, and it was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in how they're gonna do it.
That's funny. So okay.
Who would your when you get the game, who would you main as? Like
Deadshot. Deadshot or probably Harley Quinn.
Deadshot looks
I don't know. I
fun.
just don't. I'm just not gonna have King. King Shark doesn't look. I'm not gonna be King Shark Boomer. Him, Harley Quinn or Deadshot. Like, oh yeah. So let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So we're gonna get Creed. The Creed verse is expanding, or the Walkie verse. So I have not seen Creed 3 yet, but I know a lot of people like it, and it's been very receptive vibe. It's getting a lot of good talk around it. But they're gonna expanded MGM Studios. There's gonna be like an anime series. They're gonna have like something, perhaps for Creed's daughter.
So it's like an animated series or something like that?
They're gonna have an animated series, and they're gonna do a bunch of spin-offs. Like they're gonna get like something for his daughter, and then they're gonna do other stuff for not just Creed, but for other whatever characters are gonna be in that universe, Walkie universe. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
It sounds interesting. Like I don't mind it, but I do feel like a lot of I feel like they're trying to make kind of like I don't like the idea of a lot of companies trying to be like Marvel, where they're trying to make like spin-offs and this and that. It's like I hope it's good, but I'm just concerned because what they're trying to they're trying to be. It kind of seems like that because like a lot of people are doing that now.
That's funny, Vortex.
Pretty bad.
Yes. No. They have at the at the park. It's the whole story. They have boxing tournaments on the sandbox.
Yeah, but that's my only concern with the like. It sounds interesting, but I feel like they're just trying too hard to be a kind of cinematic universe. Everyone's trying to do that now. I don't like the idea. Like,
But I think cinematic universes could work in other stuff, not just Marvel or DC. I mean, it could work.
it could
think
work.
it could work.
Yeah, I agree. It could. It's just how it's
The Rocky thing is pretty much a cinematic universe, though.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, we have Creed.
Instead of ribs.
It's toy. That's funny. You broke my toy. It's time to fuck.
So what's this?
The 5-year-old. You broke my Barbie.
So what's the spin-off based on? Is it based on
Well,
specific
nothing else.
character?
They haven't really announced anything yet. Not really.
Oh, okay.
You broke my Barbie doll. Prepare the box. I still have to see Creed 3.
I have to see it.
This is too much movies coming out in the middle of the year. It's
yeah. There's too much. You have Scream. You're gonna get John. I think John Wick. Then you have Shazam. Then Creed. It's like so much. Like how am I gonna spend all this money? It's like a lot.
Honor Among Thieves. Oh, it looks good. Hey, K-Dot. Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, I know. You told me how this movie should get more notoriety, more talk about. Like Dungeons and Dragons has no hype, but yeah, apparently has.
Like I don't know if I can watch that.
That's true, Vortex. That's true. This is factual. Oh my god, it's almost been a year. I heard it's gonna come. Oh my god, they're gonna release it in theaters on April Fool's Day, aren't they?
Oh, that would be fun. I'm trying to see Scream.
Oh, see, I know a lot of people like Scream 6. I don't really care for Scream all that much. I've seen the first 4 movies. I did not see 5 or 6. I'm not like I don't care for Scream anymore. I know people still like it. I'm not. Double Feature. Oh, I heard 65 was terrible, and it bombed.
Oh, that does not sound good.
Yeah,
I would say one positive thing about Scream is compared to the other horror movies, the story, going forward, it didn't get worse. Like, it still got that consistency with the story, and it was still very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd stop watching Scream, but like I might watch 5, then go see 6. But I would say that's a good thing about Scream compared to the other Halloween movies.
I'm probably sleeping on Degrassi.
Too many unnecessary movie sequels.
Here's the thing, like, you know what they should have done in Scream? They should have finally turned Sidney Prescott as Ghostface. Nev Campbell's character should finally become Ghostface. She finally loses it and becomes Ghostface in the end. And the end of Scream franchise with that. Do that. Oh, there was another version? Yeah, it didn't do well. Like it didn't do well. It made 4 million on its box office debut. It's not doing well on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not looking good for Adam Driver there, man.
What's the score? Let me see.
It's like 36%.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
65, I think it's called.
I feel like people only go to see Scream just to see Jenny Ortega now. Like,
And I can't lie, that's most like she got. I think she got very popular when not just was Wednesday, but I think she was in another Tim
no, before
Burton.
Wednesday.
Yeah, before Wednesday. I don't remember what was that movie called? I know it was a yeah, it's 35 and 63 with audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem very good for her. I don't know. I was gonna see it, but like I don't want. I want. There's too many movies coming out. That's the problem. I can't spend all this money.
There's no such thing.
No such.
There's no such thing as a Hollywood star anymore. Okay, they don't draw. No such thing. Nobody draws in Hollywood anymore. It's either a good movie that will draw or not. Nobody draws.
I bet you people are gonna say, the critics are wrong.
I know exactly, Kata, exactly.
You think after Star Wars people? Would...
Yeah. Here's the thing, like, I'll say this: nobody in Hollywood's a draw. Okay, nobody in Hollywood's a draw. It's a franchise. It's the draw. Nobody. Okay, nobody is. Not anymore. It used to be, but no, it's not anymore. Yes, exactly. Like yes. It's all word of mouth now. Because if good actor, if that was the case, all these films being nominated for awards, we would make a lot of money in the box office. I'm sorry, that's a fact. Make a lot of money in the box office. Most of them do well in the box office. All right, George.
Yeah, it doesn't guarantee.
That's my best comparison to Hollywood and how nobody draws is the sports. You can have the best player. You can have the best player in baseball, basketball, football, hockey, whatever sport there is. But if they're not a team that sucks, you're not gonna see the crowd go to their games.
Yeah. Maybe the movie actually sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think just because actor he was in Star Wars doesn't mean his movie's gonna be great. Like, there's no real movie critics anymore. Simply disliking something.
It's either they want to get attention with the bad stuff or they want to be in the good graces of stuff. My buddy George, hey George. So okay, I know I'm shitting on Scream a little bit. I'm sorry, but I want to know your thoughts on Scream 6. And don't spoil it here, guys. Okay? Don't spoil it.
I liked it quite a bit actually. I liked it a lot.
Good,
because I feel like Scream 5 and Scream 6 have done what I feel like the Scream movies that came before it after Scream 1 kind of failed to do.
Oh, 2, 3, 4.
well, not 2, but like more so like 3 and 4. Like, well, it basically, I felt like it tied things in a good way and provided a new generation of characters that actually have development.
Yeah.
That you can see a passing of the torch.
That's good because I don't know.
Like basically, like this is how I can say about like both like the Scream and Creed films. They're what I feel like Disney Star Wars failed to do, which was provide a good new set of characters, respecting the legacy characters and having the legacy characters pass the torch in a way that's respectful, not disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like looking at these franchises, it feels like they kind of looked at what Star Wars did and was like, we want to avoid the same mistake.
Yeah. I have a question. What's your favorite performance within the movie? Oh, wait.
In Scream?
Yeah.
I would say like Melissa. How do I pronounce her last name? Barra. I would say her and Hayden Panettiere were probably my two favorites.
Hayden Panettiere, my God.
I'll say like of like the like I was surprised with her character. I was like at first before going in I was like they probably brought her back because they couldn't get Neve Campbell, but there was actually like an arc with her character. It felt like Courtney. Well, I don't want to say because like I'm gonna do my review on it tomorrow, but it did kind of feel like Courtney Cox didn't need to be there.
Did you feel like she
So-
was just there to be there?
Yeah, like they just needed like one cast member from the original since like they couldn't get
So it
Neve
didn't
Campbell
feel
back.
like. Yeah, it didn't. So it didn't feel like it needed Nev then.
Yeah, like Hayden
Nev is
Panettiere, like her character Kirby, like that made sense because like you kind of wondered like someone that's not from the originals that survived, like how did these killings affect her in a sense? Where like Courtney Cox, it's like it just felt like Gale Weathers, and I like Gale Weathers, I like Courtney Cox in these movies. It was like the movie felt like it wouldn't have been any different if she wasn't in there.
Okay.
So, like, even though, like, while I would have liked to have seen Neve Campbell return as Sydney at the same time, kind of like how I feel about with Creed 3, it felt like the legacy character that wasn't in there didn't need to be there. Like, the way they have it set up and how they set up these new characters, like, they were able to handle the film themselves. Which is basically what I feel like Disney Star Wars failed to do.
I want to get your brief thoughts. You saw Mando episode 18, chapter 18, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Like, give briefly. You can spoil.
I mean, I liked it more than the first episode. To me, it felt like they should have just combined this and the episode before to just like make like an hour episode.
This is the
like, I feel like they that would have worked out a lot better.
I think Degrassi said the same thing at one point. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Because this episode was a lot better than the first episode.
I like the determination towards Mando, where he's trying to he was in the tunnels and he's trying so hard to like go back to what he was.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right, let's get to some other stuff. All right. So, so since we were talking about Scream, and Jenna Ortega was the star of Scream, it's been pretty much officially confirmed that she'll be starring in Beetlejuice 2 as Lydia's daughter, Lydia Deese's daughter, and Tim Burton's gonna be is coming back to direct it with Michael Keaton coming back as Beetlejuice. Now, I love the first Beetlejuice movie. That movie was what I'll say is that movie was funny, but it's also pretty scary.
It's like one of my like top 100 favorite movies of all time. Like I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's such a great movie. And like Michael Keaton was him as Beetlejuice. I don't think there's any other actor who could play that character. It was just perfect.
Absolutely. Like no one else could.
Michael Keaton could play crazy really, really well. I'd say that. Really, really well.
I thought he was gonna unleash Beetlejuice in Spider-Man: Homecoming in the car scene.
Can you imagine?
Good old Spider-Man. I was like, oh god, it looks like he's gonna go into Beetlejuice.
So now Jenna Ortega is being billed as a horror icon, right? At a very young age, at 20 years old, she's gonna be billed as a horror icon already, right? Scream, Wednesday, and now this Beetlejuice. Now Beetlejuice 2 has been in development for so on for I don't know 10, 20 years, right? And at one point there was like at one point it was supposed to be Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii. I think at one point.
Oh God.
Do you remember? I think that was I don't know if that's 100% true, but I think I did read that somewhere like years ago that the sequel were talking about going to Hawaii, which is stupid. But now it looks like now it's pretty much happening that Beetlejuice 2 is going to be happening. Apparently, they're going to film in 1 or 2 months from now.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's crazy.
It's very crazy to see how Ortega got she's getting a lot of roles now because of when I think it's not Wednesday, but I think Tim Burton mostly.
Oh my God.
That's cool.
Let's see how Lydia Dees has a daughter. I hope Beetlejuice has a hit on her. Oh.
Oh no! Like, please don't like have Beetlejuice like because first of all, Michael Keaton's a lot older now.
Yeah.
Like, just because Jenna Ortega will be basically around the same age as like Winona Ryder was when she played her character.
Yeah, she was really
like,
young. Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's just please don't have like Beetlejuice hit on the daughter. Like we don't need like a 70-something-year-old Beetlejuice hitting on a 20-something.
I heard they want to make Beetlejuice like the good guy eventually. Like they want to turn to a
especially
good guy.
because like it's most likely Jenna Ortega's character is not even going to be a young adult. She's probably going to be a teenager.
Yeah.
So like that's going to even make it like more creepy.
Yeah. I like to see some of the cast come back. I mean, I don't think Alex Baldwin's gonna come back. I don't think
hell no. Like he probably ain't.
I don't know what Gina Davis is up to. I don't know if she's like retired or what. I don't think she'll come back. But I'd love to see Catherine O'Hara come back.
There's rumors that she could come back.
Okay, and I know the father won't because he's pretty much he's canceled basically. The father.
Wait, what happened with the father? I'm out of the blue on that one.
What's the actor's name? I'll tell you. But you know what I'm talking about. You've seen him before. You've seen him before. Okay.
Because I didn't hear.
Jeffrey Jones. Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah, what?
Well, like, what did he do? Like, that's what I'm.
Criminal.
Yeah, I'm a little lost too.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I never, like, this is the first time I'm
2002, he was arrested for possession of child pornography.
Oh, shit.
By a 17-year-old boy of solicitation and post for news for girls. He pleaded no contest to be charged of soliciting a minor, as the accuser was 14 when the offense occurred. At the same time, the misdemeanor charge of possession of child pornography was dropped. Okay, it was dropped, but yeah. His attorney emphasized that there was no allegation of improper physical contact. His punishment was 5 years of probation, counseling in the requirement to register as a sex offender. As of 2023, Jones was listed on the U.S. Department of Justice of National Sex Offender Database. So he ain't coming back. He's not coming back. If he's on the sex offender database of this year, as of right now, he's not coming back for a sequel. They're not going to hire him. If they, you know about shit, Tim Burton would, and who does Beetlejuice? Warner Brothers?
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
Warner Brothers again. If they brought him back, dude, no. Yeah, most likely it would be a recast. Definitely.
You know, he also plays the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes, he's actually a pretty well-known actor from the 80s and stuff. He was pretty well known. Yes.
Oh my, that like, if that character does return, that's gonna be a recast.
Yeah, recast. Like,
you
can't bring that actor back.
Who was that other actor who performed a seance? He was also in Demolition Man. You know what I'm talking about? He performed a seance.
I'm not sure. Gina Davis is still working.
Is she? 'Cause I haven't seen her a lot of stuff. What's she been in? Like
It's like lesser known stuff that she's in though.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, wow.
But like
She
in
doesn't. She
2009,
doesn't. She
like
doesn't
back in
have a lot of credit.
2019, she did a voice role for She-Ra.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She doesn't have. Oh yeah, she doesn't. She didn't do a lot of movies. Like she doesn't do a lot of movies.
She does like lesser known stuff, but she's still working.
Oh, she was a Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, she's still. Oh yeah. Oh, he's no longer with us. Oh, okay, yeah. So they can't bring him. Well, they could recast him, but I don't know if they would. But
I mean, right now the only ones that have been mentioned by like things like Discussing Film and other credible sources are like Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, and Catherine O'Hara.
yeah,
Which would kind of make sense because like those three are still working. I mean, Alec
really?
Baldwin, like if Alec Baldwin wasn't if Alec Baldwin didn't have the gun thing, they probably would get him back.
Yeah, maybe. Or yeah, Gina Day. Well, I didn't know this.
Yeah, I didn't hear about this either. So she's definitely still working.
Yeah,
what's
she just
fencing?
we just haven't noticed her.
The thing is, it's like because like they're technically like ghosts at this point. You have to use a lot of de-aging for them. Because like once you
Yeah.
die, you kind of look the same.
What happened
Yeah.
to Alec Baldwin?
No, the
You know
gun
about
thing.
the
Remember,
Alex, you don't know, but you don't remember about the Alex Baldwin stuff?
Oh, you mean the
Yeah, he
someone
got, yeah,
that
they actually
back
pressed
and
charges
put-
against him, like a year later. Like a year and a half later.
is that the story where he
Yeah.
there was a actual bullet in the chamber?
yeah.
Yes. Yes. He actually did get charged like a year and a half later. Yes. It's
Yeah, that's like I don't know how a company can like a studio not actually notice there's actually a bullet in the actual gun, like that boggles my mind. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation right there. I mean, look, I'm excited for this. I feel like right now we're at a time where legacy sequels, majority of the time, turn out to be good movies.
Yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
a weird thing.
I mean, I just got back like the last 2 weekends. I was watching very good legacy sequels in theaters, Creed 3 and Scream 6. And like we just had like one of the best movies in the last few years, a legacy
You're
sequel.
gonna get another
Maverick.
one. You're gonna get another one with 4, right? With John Wick 4 in a couple months, couple weeks.
I mean, I don't know if I would. I mean, because like this, it's only been like 4 years since like the last John Wick. Like I like
yeah,
to
but
classify.
Creed 3 is a legacy. It's not really a legacy sequel.
Well, like I'll
I guess
categorize.
overall-
I'll
overall
categorize like
franchise. Okay.
the overall Creed franchise. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the
And
Walk,
also-
more like the Walkie franchise, if you ask me.
And like Scream 5 and 6, I'll bunch in there as well. Like, cause like those were actually pretty good movies as well. So it's like more often than not, I think because of how the sequel trilogy for Star Wars turned out overall, people are a bit worried. But it's like no, legacy sequels can be done right. Top Gun Maverick is proof. Top Gun Maverick is proof of that as well.
Any movie can be done right if it's written well, if it's acted well, if it's shot well. Anything can be done right.
I mean, like Michael Keaton's also returning in The Flash. I'm still of the mindset that The Flash could be the best live action comic book
This
movie
is
of the year.
definitely a legacy sequel. Matrix 4.
That's a bad one though. That's a bad one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
That
Jurassic
Vortex.
Park
That's
2?
okay. Vortex. Like yeah, like these are examples, but like there's also examples of good ones. Don't be a Debbie Downer.
There are examples.
But
of
like,
that one.
but like we also got The Flash coming out with Michael Keaton returning as Batman, and like that looks like that's probably gonna be one of the best comic movies of the year.
Well, yeah.
Oh, the Flash.
Yeah, so it's like it's very possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There are a lot of good recent examples, so it's not like there's some recent bad examples, but there's also a lot of good recent examples.
I think people have that. Like people have that ingrained in their mind. Oh, a sequel is automatically bad. Whether it's a 10-year-old, whether the sequel's 10 years later or a sequel's 2 years later, they automatically think it's gonna be bad. How can you say that, man? Oh, Drago might get something. Yeah, Drago might
I
get
mean,
something.
that's your opinion, Vortex. Like there's a lot of people that like that movie.
That's like your opinion, man.
Like that's the thing. Like people forget. Like everything's subjective. Like we all have our different opinions. But if you look at the majority opinion, like that's what I look at.
Yeah, opinion.
Yeah.
It's opinion.
Like the majority opinion, like that tends to like dominate. Like the majority opinion is that Top Gun Maverick was a great movie. I know there's some people that don't
obvious by the box.
that don't
Yeah.
like the movie.
It's getting award nominations at the Oscars.
Oh. Yeah, Top Gun was very good.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal movie. But like again, there's some people that didn't care for it, and that's fine.
I don't know
Yeah.
how Black Panther gets nominations at the Oscars. I mean,
Yeah,
Angela
that's
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, but Angela Bassett is a great actress, but to me, that's not an award performance. Well,
yeah, like that's not even up there with like Heath Ledger's Joker that got nominated.
no, it's not even up there with Selena Kyle's Catwoman. I'm sorry, Zoe Kravitz played Catwoman better than Angela Bassett played the Queen. Okay, like whatever.
Like, good lord, like honestly, like Willem Dafoe returning as Green Goblin deserved the nomination more than Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
I don't think-
Like, and that was even
were they
briefer.
eligible? Oh, they were eligible. Okay. Avengers, but Avengers is not a sequel though. It's an accumulation of the first few movies of the MCU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like they're making an Avengers movie like a new Marvel movie like 10 years after the last one.
But the thing is, do you count this as a legacy sequel since only 3 years from the first?
Yeah, legacy sequels, like when it's like more than like a decade or more, or like you can even say like 8 or 9 years. Like Creed was like 9 years after Rocky Balboa.
Yeah,
Like have a good. It's got to be like a good like time frame, like at least like 8 years or longer.
Yeah.
for example, like Matrix. You put up Matrix, even though it's a bad example, but Matrix is what you consider a legacy sequel.
Because like also the thing with like the MCU is like anything can be a sequel to anything. Like remember, Homecoming is technically a sequel to Captain America: Civil War.
Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World movie was a legacy sequel to Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah. Like here's the thing, like you look at something like the MCU, like anything can be a sequel. Like Thor Ragnarok's not just a sequel to Thor: Dark World, it's a sequel to Age of Ultron. Spider-Man: Homecoming is technically a sequel to Captain America: Civil War.
A lot of the Marvel movies are sequel in some way to each other.
It's like everything's like a sequel in some way.
Yeah. It's
Like
just,
Far From Home is a sequel to Homecoming.
They're just not legacy
Infinity
sequels.
War and Endgame.
They're just not legacy sequels because they don't have that long time frame of being considered a legacy sequel. They're not. They don't. Like, would you count Doctor Strange as a legacy sequel to Doctor Strange 1 since it's been actually 6 years? I know
I really wouldn't, because here's the thing: Doctor Strange also appeared in Infinity War, Endgame, and No Way Home. So it was established that Multiverse of Madness took place after No Way Home, which came out like not even a year, just like months.
Originally it was supposed to be before. No Way Home was supposed to be after.
So legacy sequel would be like a very long time.
Indiana Jones, the fourth one, is a legacy sequel to Indiana Jones' third movie. The Indiana Jones coming out now is basically a legacy sequel to the fourth movie, because it's been 15 years, right? Or 16 years. 2008, right? Was Indiana Jones 4?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, you could say this is a legacy sequel to the original Ghostbusters movies, because the 2016 obviously is not a legacy sequel. No, it's not a legacy sequel. 2016 version.
That's not really in the same universe to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's a good point. It's a good point, Sam. Yeah, Superman Returns was a legacy sequel. Yeah.
It wasn't a good. It wasn't a good one, but it was.
I mean, you could say Picard, the TV show Picard, is a legacy sequel to the Next Generation in his movies. Iron Man 2 was a legacy sequel to Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is only 4 years old though, but the Avengers were in between that. No, the Avengers are actually Iron Man 2, right? Iron Man 2 came before.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah,
so that's not even a legacy sequel. That's like 2 years.
Rambo. What was it? Before Rambo came out? What was the last Rambo movie?
The last?
Because the last Rambo came out like 2019-18.
2019. The one before that came out in 2008. The one before that came out like 1988.
Okay, you could count that.
Yeah.
Force Bad Boys for Life, yeah. Force Awakens, Phantom. Well, this is actually a prequel. Yeah, Degrassi's a prequel. Matrix. No, Matrix 2 came out like two or 3 years after. No, Matrix 2 was not. Matrix 2 came out like 2 or 3 years after the first Matrix, didn't it?
Like 4 years, but it's still like
Yeah.
a close proximity.
But then Matrix 3 came out. Did they do Matrix 2 and 3 at the same time?
Yeah, so it was like one came out months after the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did back to
Would you
back.
count? Would you count The Hobbit a prequel, a legacy prequel?
If it's connected to it.
It's
I
only been
wouldn't-
9 years. It is connected to it. I mean, it's the same universe.
So technically it would be a legacy sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like we all have have a different definition of what a legacy sequel.
I don't count. I count like legacy sequel at least more than 5-6 years. I don't know.
Yeah. I
No,
like
like-
to like say like 8 years or more.
Oh, 8 years. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, around 8.
But yeah, I love this conversation about legacy sequel, guys. That's good. It's good. Keep sending them in. Do it. But so as you keep doing that, guys, we're gonna go. So we all saw the Mario trailer, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Actual Foley, yeah. So what did you guys think of the Super Mario trailer? I loved it. I love the trailer. I'm definitely gonna see this movie. I think this movie is gonna be the first video game movie to crack 500 million at the box office. True, but horrible.
That was a bad one. Though, so like
Yeah, that was
we
horrible.
want to think of the good ones.
Yeah. True. But yeah, I was gonna say I think that Mario is gonna crack 500 million at the box office. I know that seems small for Mario, but like I said a couple months ago, no video game adaptation movie has even cost 450 million. So I'm really setting a low bar. If you really think about it. No, if you really know it's a high
could
bar for a
agree.
video game.
I could agree because I really liked it. I really liked the trailer and everything like that. Like it got. I think it's gonna be very good. I would even go far as how much did because like we're talking about video game movies. How much did Sonic make? In the
Less.
second one.
I don't know the highest grossing video game movie is actually Warcraft.
Warcraft.
That's a bit of surprise
400
because like that wasn't terrible, but it was not that
Yeah.
good either. It was like a mixed bag that's been forgotten.
It made 438 million. So no movie. So if you really think about it, no movie from video games cost 450 million.
So if it makes 500, that's a high bar.
Yeah, it's a high bar. And I think, I'm probably underestimating that because I think it would make way more than 500 million. I think, look, I say it's gonna make $1 billion because I think it has that kind of potential, that kind of fan base. Because the Mario fan base, I compare it to the Star Wars fan base. There's a lot of younger people playing it. A lot of young people still play Mario on their Switch, on their Nintendo thing. And there's a lot of older people that are 40, 50 years old, 60 years old that played it when Mario came out in the 80s, whether it's from the Donkey Kong version or the Super Mario games 1, 2, and 3, and then the Super Mario World and all of that. Like, you know, the Mario is the biggest video game franchise all time.
Yeah.
All time. Everybody, if you're not into video games, everybody knows who Mario is.
And I think with Mario, because I think it appeals to a lot of markets around the world.
Yes.
Like and
It's
like I don't think
Asia.
I don't think it's getting banned in China. I think it's
It's
still
gonna make
coming
a
out.
killing in Asia, Japan, China. It's gonna make a killing
So,
there.
like here's the thing: people don't realize like that Mario has a big appeal like worldwide. The problem that I think Star Wars kind of had with the Asian markets was that it never relied on those markets until like modern day, and when they were trying to appeal, it still didn't work.
Yeah.
So, because I think like after a couple weeks, they took Last Jedi out of China.
Yes, they did.
So like Mario has that benefit of appealing to everyone.
Yeah, I know you had to fix your audio there. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it
It's
appeals
better.
to like everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like it could make. I think there is a possibility it can make over, probably over.
Well, also here, this might not mean much, but I know it comes out with Illumination, and regardless of how you feel about Despicable Me and the Minions, those movies do very well, box office worldwide. So like maybe people will hear, oh, it's also from that studio. People who like those movies will go see it. It's kind of crazy though how like the most anticipated animated movies of this year are not from Disney.
Yeah, not
Like
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse, Ninja Turtle, Super Mario Brothers.
Flash. Oh, Degrassi. Good point. I don't know. I think. I don't know if it's gonna make 2 billion, but I definitely think it'll make 1 billion. But it potentially could be. I mean, Avatar is making so much. I don't know if it's gonna get close to Avatar, but it could really challenge
Yeah,
Avatar.
didn't Avatar make 2 billion or something like that?
Yeah.
More than 2. And and I'll say this: I think this is gonna be like Illumination and Nintendo. This is not a one-time thing. I'm telling you this. This is not a one-time thing. They're gonna work on some more other Nintendo licenses. Don't be surprised if we get a Donkey Kong movie at one point and other Nintendo licensed characters. Illumination's willing to do. Now, a lot of people don't want Zelda. Like they want Zelda to be by somebody else, but I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be shocked, surprised at all that their Illumination and Nintendo have deals or are working out possible movies or even movies for other Nintendo licensed characters.
I wouldn't mind if they do Zelda. The thing is, it's like like any studio. Like here's the thing: you gotta be iffy on any studio doing Legend of Zelda. Like, because again, like obviously the source material and all that. As long as they have a good story, know how to like utilize a good length to it.
Mhm.
Like any studio can probably pull it off. It's just a matter of how can you pull it off? How are you gonna execute it?
Yeah, execution mostly.
So like I wouldn't have a problem if they do Legend of Zelda. Just make sure like the people you have like working on it, because it's not just the studio; it's the creative team that you put in charge. Like Into Spider-Verse, you gotta remember people weren't high on Into Spider-Verse before it came out because it was made by Sony, and Sony was a weak animation studio for a long time. But the creative team that they had made it one of the best animated movies of all time.
Yeah. And I disagree with my buddy Brian Burrow that he doesn't think Spider-Verse 2 is going to make that much. I think it will make more money than the first one, at least.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it definitely will. I think in June, The Flash and Spider-Verse will be the ones that make pretty good money.
Yeah.
I think all the anticipated June movies, I think they'll all be at least good. But I don't think Transformers and Indiana Jones will make a lot of money.
Yeah,
I gotta say that poster of Optimus Prime was actually pretty badass. The one I saw.
I think it'll be a good movie, but I think because of how the other Transformer movies turned out, a lot of people aren't going to go see this one.
Yeah, I don't think Transformers gonna make that much as people think it is.
But people need to remember though, money doesn't mean it's gonna. The amount of money it makes doesn't mean it's gonna be good or bad.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Like don't let like what it will determine is if we're gonna get more of the product.
Yeah. But I don't think
100%,
it's gonna. I don't agree with people that say it's gonna make 1 billion or something. Like
No,
that.
it ain't gonna make 1 billion.
Here's the thing.
movies didn't.
Zod is not gonna have as big as much part as you think he is, so it's okay to reveal him.
I don't understand why.
Brian
people,
Lynch.
like, what? Who?
For who? For what project?
Brian Lynch could be the head of DC. We already have a head of DC Studios.
Oh, okay. No. He'd be headed to DC Studios to work with DC Studios. Not.
Oh, headed.
Yeah. Let's see what else there is. Oh, I think. Okay, final topic. Then before we plug ourselves, because I gotta end it soon, before 7. So they're recasting Vanessa Fisk in Daredevil Born Again with Sandrine Holt. So, thoughts on this? Me, I'm okay with it. So what? Like to me, if there's a possibility, this gives me thoughts. Maybe they're gonna recast Foggy and Karen Page. I don't know, but this happens a lot in Marvel. They do recast a lot. Your guys' thoughts?
I'm fine with it. Like, I have no problem with it, to be
I
honest.
mean, I mean, like that's. I mean, I think the problem with the recasting is the fact that like because there's no word of like Foggy and Karen Page, basically that's telling people that like those actors aren't coming back. But here's the thing: this is going to be an 18 long episode. I mean, 18 episode long season. And so like there's a chance that like they can come back later on, or they're not working on the episodes
Oh
with them.
yeah.
But I do understand why people are upset about it. Not because it's Vanessa specifically, but because like it's a sign that could mean that Foggy and Karen could get recasted.
Yeah, like.
But the thing is,
yeah.
it's like they've kind of hinted that this was like a retooling, this show. Like a soft reboot.
Yes.
Yeah, soft reboot.
Yes, as they said. They said soft reboot.
Like it was never going to be a 100% guaranteed a sequel to what we got on Netflix.
Yeah, the only two that came back was the actor that played Daredevil and the actor that played Punisher.
And again, those are the two standouts, but also they were going to appear in projects that were coming before Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like Hawkeye, Spider-Man No Way Home, and She-Hulk. So it kind of made sense like why those two were prioritized right away. Not just because they were fan favorites, but because if you're going to have these projects with these characters, get them cast now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the multiverse saga is going to be evolving that much in Daredevil, really. Like, the multiverse stuff probably was not going to be a focus in the show.
Yeah.
Also, I think
Daredevil's going to be, like, ground. Like, it's not really I don't think Daredevil's going to be focused on the multiverse saga.
So apparently Jeff Snyder dropped some bombshell news that today that Brie Larson was hard to work with on the Marvel. So she was pissed off that there wasn't called Captain Marvel 2, and she wouldn't get along with her co-star Tayshaun Paris, who's Proton, and this is Jeff Snyder. It was actually going over Twitter, and every scooper that came to Brie Larson's defense, and Jeff Snyder's the one who said this. Jeff Snyder's the one who said this. So I don't know. Like, even if the rumors are true, that's her. She's not the reason why the movie is delayed. It's VFX, and they want Secret Invasion to come out. But I don't know. Like I kind of I could see where she might be upset and it's not titled Captain Marvel in the 2. It should be because it's really her movie. Captain Marvel's like it should be. You know what I would call it? I would call it Captain Marvel in the Marvels.
Yeah, that would actually sound better.
Because she's really the only sequel character that doesn't have it doesn't have her own name in it. You know, you have all these. You have Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange. You know my point, right? She doesn't have her own name in the sequel. But I don't know. I don't know if she's hard to work with. I don't know if this stuff is true, or just Jeff Snyder has a hate on for her. And now there's all these people, certain people, believing this shit.
Well, some of the people that are believing this stuff like just had like an interesting stream themselves last night. So like on the Friday Night Tights. So it's like I wouldn't really trust them. I feel like that there's always some kind of like rumors regarding Brie Larson and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Like I remember before Endgame came out, apparently there was rumors that like Elizabeth Olsen was upset with Brie Larson, like because Kevin Feige was saying all this stuff that this was going to be the most powerful character, and like we were all led to believe after Infinity War that Wanda was the most powerful character.
There was a lot of people. There was a lot of people, and not just Elizabeth Olsen, but like a lot of people. And apparently, a lot of people were making up rumors that most of the Avengers cast did not like Brie. Period.
I mean, like they're taking like comments that, like they're taking interviews like with like Jeremy Renner saying that like see he hates Brie Larson, like
Yeah, like stuff like that. Yeah, they yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I never heard one bad thing about Brie Larson. Well, sometimes you don't hear stuff that go on set. Sometimes stuff do come out. You don't know. We don't know. And just because here's the guys, I know people post pictures on Twitter all the time with the cast looking happy, taking pictures. Guys, it doesn't really mean anything. Behind scenes, it doesn't mean they really are friends or get along. You know, pictures don't really tell the whole story. Just to let you all know.
yeah.
I mean, you don't know behind the scenes, really.
You don't know.
Oh.
But I mean, the whole Brie Larson thing, it's like because like she's basically become the easiest target when it comes to stars in the MCU to hate on, to like report any drama on. Maybe she is hard to work with. I don't know.
I think I personally think a lot of people in the MCU are probably at one point hard to work with. I'm like, in that. I'm sorry, like.
People have to stop hating on.
But I do think this is true. I do think that she is aware that her character is not that well liked in the MCU.
Yeah.
That her movie was not that well liked.
She knows. She sometimes makes quips about it in her interviews, which gets interviewed.
She's got, like, in my opinion, out of all the Marvel stars, the biggest chip on her shoulder.
Delayered. I know. Yeah. Well, because unlike most of the Marvel stars, she's a fan. Like, she's a geek. She's totally a geek like us. Okay, she's like us, and I think she cares. You can tell most of the MCU people don't know shit about the character. Okay.
Also, I think she's aware that, like, I don't know if she's actually aware of this, but it's like it's obvious that, like, Miss Marvel is more well liked so far than Captain Marvel. The show got better reviews. So it's like I think the thing is because she was hyped up to be the future, they're kind of using other characters that were well liked, considered more well liked than her, to make this movie a success or a better movie.
I mean, like, Bob Iger said she's done with sequels for Marvel and Star Wars. It's like we need to do movies for newer characters. I'm like, okay, that means no Doctor Strange 3, no Spider-Man 4, no.
Well, Spider-Man 4, that's a Sony thing, so like they definitely gonna still do that.
No,
like,
Eternals 2. They have to do Eternals. They still have to do Eternals. Shang-Chi. It means like nobody's gonna get a third movie or a fourth movie.
But I think what he means is I still think what he means is like they're not gonna get a sequel for the sake of having a sequel. If it makes sense in the story, they'll probably get it. If not, then they ain't gonna get it.
He sees where Star Wars and Marvel is right now, and he's obviously you could tell he's not very happy with it. Like you could tell he's not very happy with the direction they're in.
But the thing is, the direction of Star Wars, like Marvel was doing fine before he left, but Star Wars that was like under his reign, like the problem with Star Wars. Yes. So like Marvel, like it's one thing to be upset about Marvel because it felt like once like Chapek came in, that's when like the stuff was happening. But in fairness, also those projects were greenlit when Iger was still in charge, like Black Widow, Eternals, Thor: Love and Thunder, like these projects that got this mixed response. Now maybe the execution could have turned out better if he was in charge. We don't know that, but like Star Wars, all of that happened under his reign. But where'd everyone go?
Oh, sorry.
I saw everyone was muted. Aaron's muted. Oh, be right back. So I guess I got to keep the stream going. But I don't know, Arkham. What do you think like about this Brie Larson stuff?
I don't believe it. Like, people are just trying to find another way to hate on her.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It just feels like there's always something about her. But it's like you really don't hear about this with like Fast X or like any other movie that she was on or movie series.
Yeah, you really don't.
But I mean the Marvels, like obviously it's mostly due to the VFX and the fact that they probably want to spread things out. At least that's what I think. I do think they need to spread stuff out. But what's interesting is like it is coming out in November, but I think it'll do better than Dune and Hunger Games, which are still coming out in November.
Yeah, Dune will probably do better. Because Dune will probably be like a 3-hour movie, so it'll be less theaters, less showings.
Yeah, and also like Hunger Games, even if this one's better than the last two Hunger Games films, they were never really like big money makers. Like
if you notice, Marvel movies lately are not long movies, and they're not long anymore. They're like barely over 2 hours now.
Well, Eternals, No Way Home, and Wakanda Forever were long.
Oh yeah.
But those kind of Black Panther and No Way Home kind of made sense.
Yes.
Eternals didn't.
Ant-Man was over 2 hours. I think Thor was under 2 or just barely over 2.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is over. Most of them are like. Most of them are just barely over 2, and you always get that long. I mean, the Avengers movies are always gonna be long. Like no matter what, Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, they're gonna be 2.5, 2 hours and 45 minutes. They're gonna be that long.
Right? Well, I can tell like Iger is gonna prioritize those movies. Like those are going to be the ones that you can tell they're going to put more effort in, or tell the creative teams put more effort into this. And did Aaron go again? Oh my! Like he keeps disappearing. It's like.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to do something.
It's all good. It was like, oh wait, is he gone again? Like,
he's like the Flash.
Yeah, I'm like the Flash, fastest. But right, guys. What was I going to talk about? He also did say, Jeff Schneider did say, Echo is going to appear in the Daredevil show. I'm like, of course, makes sense. Like, you don't need like. There's some things these people spoil in for these Marvel scoops. You're like, yeah, we know. It makes sense. You don't need to spoil it for us.
Yeah.
It's like you can put 2 and 2 together, right? It makes perfect sense. Of course.
Yeah, it does make sense.
And Anthony Mackie said, I saw, oh, yeah, he doesn't think Steve Rogers is not dead. We know. We saw him in Endgame. Old. We know he's not dead. I feel
he's just confirming the obvious.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. They don't like. I'll say this: as successful as Marvel is, MCU is, it's not a well-oiled machine. Even when they're filming stuff, it's not well-oiled because they have to change all this, and this, and the script is not even done when they're filming stuff. Right? It's like I don't want. I mean, I don't want DC to be like that.
No.
Well, I think that they were making the same mistakes DC was making, which was
Yes.
they're throwing projects at a wall and seeing what will stick.
I said it so many times. It feels like Phase 4 was a DC thing back in the day. What DC would try to do.
I mean, I think the projects were better. Were still better than some DC projects.
I do too. I think Degrassi might be nailed in. Might be the fact of Gunn leaving. Remember, they finally had somebody who knew comics.
Well, basically what Marvel lost, DC gained.
Yeah.
Like you basically got someone who has a vision, who seems passionate about the work.
Yeah.
Like, don't be surprised if like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 for like at least the next couple of years is like the last great MCU movie because
I feel like with some of these movies or the Marvel movies, you could tell who are passionate and who are not when they're directing it or producing it. You know, I feel like James Gunn movies, for example, they are. I feel like the Russos do. I like Ryan Coogler tries. You know, I don't think Taika does.
With Ryan Coogler, because he was emotional, like because of the emotional stakes, like he did what he thought could also be respectful to Chadwick Boseman. I think Sam Raimi was a bit over passionate with Doctor Strange too.
Yes,
but he was at least passionate about it.
I also feel like some directors just don't care, like Peyton Reed, for example. Taika,
yeah, Peyton Reed, like.
Taika
didn't.
Taika. I know a lot of people did not like Chloe Zhale's Eternals, but I felt like Chloe Zhale tried with her character.
Yeah, she tried. Well, John Watts was definitely like passionate. I mean, look what he was able to put together.
Oh, I hope so. I think one of these movies is gonna get moved to 2024.
I think Deadpool 3 will turn out well. I think that, to me, that and Guardians are like the two that I think they're gonna put a lot more effort into.
Yeah, you told me that, Degrassi. Yeah, actually, you basically implied to Degrassi that, or not, it was not actually implied. You basically said that losing James Gunn was a big hit to Marvel. I'm going to see a big hit to Marvel. I'll check server. Vortex. Do people do the story table and see this Marvel stuff? When all these planets have the line, do they just call Feige and say, you know what, this plan is shit. This doesn't work. This doesn't make sense. Or does Kevin Feige have or is he really open-minded as people think? People say he is.
I think, and this was kind of back when they were having problems with Blade back in September. I think the problem is that he's so stretched because he's stretched thin with all of these projects. I think he's only prioritizing certain ones over others.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't. I don't think he's paying as much attention as he was able to back in like phases 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, and I think maybe like that's probably, and I think he was hoping maybe someone like James Gunn could be someone that can be like a co-head with him at least, where like they can watch some projects.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the writing definitely took a big hit, I think, when he left, because he was part of that writers' table.
Like we said so many times, I think Taika had, Taika's style is very similar to Gunn. He just doesn't just execute it well, like Gunn does.
Well, I think his ego also got bigger. Like James Gunn never let his ego get big.
No. Well, not defend him, it's a Snyder Cult. I think his ego's huge, but whatever.
No, he's very civilized when he responds to them.
Yeah, he doesn't. Like I said, you know how hard it is to get James Gunn irritated? Like, Den of Nerds got him irritated with that mama comment, basement. That got him mad. Right?
Yeah.
It does glitch sometimes. I know. I'm sorry. Want to buy me a new mic, Vortex? But I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you all for coming on. George, go ahead, plug your stuff. I know you plan a movie stream soon. Tell us
Yeah,
about it.
I'm still trying to figure out what day and like what topic. Maybe I'll do a stream on like movie franchises. Like maybe I'll do one on like the Rocky Creed films. I haven't fully decided yet because I want to start doing that as well. But you can find me at the George. I will be doing my Scream 6 review tomorrow. And also before Shazam Fury of the Gods comes out, I did rewatch Shazam after I got home, and I plan on reviewing that this week as well. So stay tuned for those reviews. And whenever I figure out what I want to do in my stream, I'll let everyone know.
This is probably true. Thank you, George. So go check out that. Yeah, okay. Thank you for putting your channel in the chat. Thank you for that. Arkham, tell them where they can find you and plug whatever you have going on.
You can find me at Arkham Unlimited. I'm going to be doing a stream of I think episode 2 or 3 tomorrow of Telltale Batman. I'm trying to finish all the DC video games. Let me get the link. Give me a second.
Give it more confidence. Yeah, I know that.
Oh, I put Arkham's channel in the
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I've gotten so used to doing it.
He's not gonna learn. He should be all.
Thank you all. So I have a baseball stream on my sports channel. I'm previewing the 2023 MLB season, baseball season. That's tomorrow on my sports channel if you're into baseball. I know you are, Degrassi. I know you are. National maybe enough money for a team in the future. There's talks about it. Where you live. Monday, I might do a show later at night. Monday, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's 100% yet. So just be on the lookout. Sunday night and Tuesday. Sunday night, I might do a Last of Us season finale review, but I could possibly be moved to Tuesday also. Okay, and then Wednesday I'll do episode 4 of this show. That's Talk Pop episode 4, and then next Saturday we'll do the 5th episode, and which will basically be talking about Mando season 3, chapter 19. But thank you all for coming on. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, and take care, everybody. Enjoy your night, and yeah, bye.
Peace out.
See ya.